The all-crucial meeting between Assam and Mizoram over the interstate border dispute has just begun. The meeting between delegations is being held at the Aijal Club in Aizawl. While the Assam delegation is being led by Ministers Atul Bora and Ashok Singhal, the Mizoram delegation is being led by Home Minister Lalcham Liana and Information and Public Relations Minister Lalwat Kima. Noteworthy here is that the Assam delegation also includes State Border Protection and Development Commissioner and Secretary G.D. Tripathi. Currently, both the sides are seated and engaged in talks to iron out the differences over the border issue. And today's meeting comes in after Assam successfully held similar meetings on border disputes with Meghalaya and Arunachal Pradesh. Noteworthy here is that the Mizoram and Assam delegations had met in August last year to find a lasting solution to the vexed border issue after a violent clash broke out in July last year. And this was followed by two rounds of virtual meetings. And in the virtual meetings, both sides agreed to lift the talks to a high level. And Assam was entrusted to frame modalities for the next talks. So that is indeed the big breaking news coming in at this point in time, viewers. The all-crucial meeting between Assam and Mizoram over the interstate border dispute has just begun. The meeting between delegations is being held at the Aijal Club in Aizawl. While the Assam delegation is being led by Ministers Atul Bora and Ashok Singhal, the Mizoram delegation is being led by State Home Minister Lalcham Liana and Information and Public Relations Minister Lalwat Kima. Noteworthy here is that the Assam delegation also includes State Border Protection and Development Commissioner and Secretary G.D. Tripathi. Currently, both the sides are seated and engaged in talks to iron out the differences over the border issue. And today's meeting comes in after Assam successfully held similar meetings on border disputes with Meghalaya and Arunachal Pradesh. Noteworthy here is that the Mizoram and Assam delegations had met in August last year to find a lasting solution to the vexed border issue after a violent clash broke out in July last year. And this was followed by two rounds of virtual meetings. And in those couple of virtual meetings, both sides had agreed to take the talks to a high level, and Assam was entrusted to frame modalities for the next talks. So there you have it, viewers. Officially, the border talks between Assam and Mizoram delegations has officially begun just moments before. And of course, the Assam delegation is being led by Border Affairs Minister Atul Bora, while the Mizoram delegation is being led by the Mizoram State Home Minister Lalcham Liana. And there are, of course, the exclusive visuals on your channel Northeast Live, as you can see, right before the beginning, the commencement of the meeting, as we can see. All right, and to bring us all the latest updates from Ground Zero, I am being joined live from Aizawl by our Chief of Bureau, Arindam Das. Arindam, the crucial meeting, the all-important border meet between Assam and Mizoram delegations has officially begun just moments before. So what are the latest updates you are receiving from Ground Zero? What are your sources telling you? Arindam, over to you.
Yes, Ronak, this is a crucial meeting on the Assam-Mizoram border dispute, and this is the second round of meeting that is taking place in Aizawl between both the Assam government and Mizoram government. The Assam government delegation is led by Assam Border Development and Protection Minister Atul Bora. He is accompanied by Assam Cabinet Minister Ashok Singhal. Also present in this delegation is Commissioner and Secretary of Assam Border G.D. Tripathi. On the other hand, the Mizoram side is represented by the Home Minister of Mizoram, Mr. Lalcham Liana, and also the IPR Minister of Mizoram. Also, some bureaucrats are also present in this meeting. So, a short while ago, this meeting has begun, and in fact, we had the opportunity to speak to both the sides before the meeting began, and they have exuded confidence, and they are very much hopeful that this meeting will be fruitful, because they want a chief minister level meeting to happen very soon. Well, we have with us our Mizoram correspondent, Mr. Isaac Zoramthanga. Well, Isaac, what are you gathering about this meeting?
Yes, today there is this Assam and Mizoram border meeting, the second round of talks has been held today here at Aizol Club. So, as you have mentioned that from the Mizoram side, it was represented by the Home Ministers and also the other ministers, INPR Minister Mr. Kima. And the other who are present is the Home Commissioner and Secretary Mr. H. Lal Moya. So yes, today it was the second round of talk, and as both the sides have been said that it was a friendly meeting, so to find amicable solutions of these border disputes. Arina.
So what are you gathering from your sources? What would be the agenda of this meeting?
Yes, today there are from the sources from both the party from both the from both sides. This the main aim is to find these amicable solutions of these long border disputes. So this would be held up. This would be forwarded to the chief minister's level meeting. So in that way, these border solutions can be solved. So today is a friendly meeting to find this to find the solutions of this border dispute.
Thank you, Isaac. That was our Mizoram correspondent, Isaac Zoramthanga, with us. So as he has said, that both the sides are exuding confidence and they are hopeful for a fruitful solution. And both the sides are expecting a chief minister level meeting to happen very soon after this meeting. Ronak.
Absolutely, and this is also a lot expected from this meeting, isn't it? Because Assam already has conducted similar border meetings with both the Meghalaya as well as Arunachal Pradesh, which have also led to very positive developments. So, what are the expectations from this crucial meeting between Assam and Mizoram today, Arindam?
Yes, you see, we have seen that the Assam-Meghalaya border dispute right now progressing in the right direction, and it is almost nearing a solution. Likewise, with Arunachal Pradesh also, an agreement was signed last month at Namsa. It was called Namsa Agreement, where the talks on Assam-Arunachal border dispute is also moving in the right direction towards a solution. So similarly, solution is expected on the Assam-Mizoram border dispute also, because Assam shares only 164 kilometers of border with Mizoram. But trouble has been brewing since decades along Assam-Mizoram border, and last year an unfortunate incident happened at Lailapur in Kachar district of Assam, where for the first time I think in the history we have seen that the police forces from both the sides opened fire on each other, in which 6 police personnel got martyred, 1 civilian was also killed, over 60 people got injured. So that was a point where this tension has escalated, but right now from the body language and the mood that we are getting from both the sides, there is that it has somewhat eased, the tension has somewhat eased, and both the sides right now after this meeting expect a chief minister level meeting to happen very soon. So in a similar way, just like it happened with Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma, or it happened with Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Pema Khandu. So similar chief minister meeting is expected to happen very soon, where a solution is on the cards. Ronak.
Yes, absolutely, Arindam, very rightly mentioned, and that also brings me to my last question to you. As informed by Minister Atul Bora about chief ministerial level talks will also be held soon. So that is an indication that something concrete is on the cards very soon, isn't it?
That's what, Ronak. As I have mentioned, that it was an unfortunate incident which happened in July last year at Lailapur in Kachar, which escalated the tension further between Assam and Mizoram. And after that incident, initially we have seen both the sides, both the forces of Assam and Mizoram, they are sitting in bunkers facing each other, making eyeball-to-eyeball contact. So that situation has somewhat eased now. And right now, as I have mentioned, that from the talks or the body language that we have gathered from both the sides today is that they are very much hopeful that a concrete solution is on the cards, and they expect a chief ministerial level meeting to happen very soon after this meeting.